Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and as you can see, we did manage to get 154 billion on this Traitless strat. I guess this will be my only post for Traitless because tomorrow is Eid and then Thursday I am busy, so this is the only video I'm gonna get out. So the two videos you've seen, basically the first video yesterday for traits and then the video today for Traitless are gonna be the only videos for this week. And yeah, in terms of the team setup, it's exactly the same as the trait strat. The only thing that is, I guess, different is, of course, it is traitless, so the familiars are irrelevant, but let me just show you the team setup. Where did I save it? I saved it somewhere down here. So exactly the same memorias. Ignore these familiars, so just try equip the same memorias as me. You can run Eisen's one instead of company captain's presence. And in terms of our caloric stone unit, it is Ichigo. And all you need to run is his own memory on him. So that's pretty much it for the team setup. Let's just get into the actual run. Alright guys. Yo, why do I sound so dead on my days? But yeah, pretty much what you want to do is make sure you set Acid Rain to your spell and then restart the match. So when you play the match again, you have Acid Rain automatically equipped. And yeah, by doing that, you can easily just clear these enemies right here. As you see, you're gonna quickly place your Uma, get her mood to great, and then quickly put 2 stats at the top. And then here I place my Newsman plus an Albedo, and my second Albedo slightly later, just to clear that wave. And wave 3 you can use the third Albedo to clear the wave. And then wave 4, I think my skip was not really ideal. You can probably do it a lot better if you actually put time and effort into it. I think this was my first run. And so yeah, it was a lot of freestyle in this run. I did make a few mistakes, so if you region farm a lot better than me, you can easily get a way higher score. So as you can see, this is the 4th wave. I place my albedo exactly when I see the last enemy. And yeah, because the enemy was tanky, I didn't really skip it ideally. But from here, you can pretty much replace all the units and get them into their dual spots. Because from wave 5 onwards, the waves can't skip. So you don't want to be wasting any enemies in terms of like killing them off very quick. Because you want the enemies to regen. And you want them to regen a lot of HP. So you damage them, you let them regen, then you eventually kill them. This way you can precisely farm a lot more extra damage than you normally would if you just ran a full bleed team. Or if you just ran a few bleed units to fully counteract the regen. So we place irons in this spot right here. I get my albedo placed quite close to him. And then I do my Uma stats, keep doing them, and then get my newsmans placed. And make sure they're split apart, so whenever they reach their next newsman, they're gonna get slowed again, and then when they reach the next one, they get slowed again. And you can see here, the spells I do pick is Aura of the Overlord and Supreme Summoning. And I'll tell you what my mistake is. I was meant to pick Acid Rain, but as you saw from that clip, for some reason the input did not trigger. So I played this run without Acid Rain. And of course it is possible, as you can see by the score, 154 billion. But if you have Acid Rain, yeah, you can do things a lot easier because you won't really have to upgrade your Rukias and you can let the enemies like get further, and there's a lot more you can do with Acid Rain. So if you wanna go for that, go try it. Go ahead and try it. But if you wanna follow what I do exactly, you can just easily just do what I do. There's not a point in this run where I'd say you would really struggle. The only part that would need focus is mainly the Uma stats, of course, and then the final or 20 seconds, because you do need to use the irons nuke at a certain time. And yeah, you can see here I was thinking, yo, shit, I did not have acid rain, but I just went with the flow, and yeah, I just let it go, and then yeah, it wasn't really that much issues. And yeah, you can see at this point what I did was I put one upgrade into my albedo, then I put one upgrade into my irons. And yeah, right now the enemies are leaking quite far, but I don't want them to get too far. And here I put a few upgrades into my Uma. I think I did one too many because you can see the way I cleared them. Make sure you put like one less upgrade than me at each point, so play a lot more risky. Just put every unit one upgrade less than I do it. And that way you can regen farm a bit more optimal than me. Especially without Acid Rain, because Acid Rain accounts for a lot of... It just makes shit a lot easier. Because the enemies have resilience, so his full AoE Acid Rain isn't going to be doing much. So you're able to regen farm easier with that because you're not really killing them off very easily. And here at the back, I do get my Vanguard Sandrews down. Make sure that they are on auto rise, because we do need to kill this Heracles boss. Heracles, Hercules, whatever you call him, bro. And yeah, he should be dying easily because we got the gold summons plus the Vanguard Sandrews summons. So you'd have to worry about him. And at this point, things are going very smoothly because you can see, yes, the enemies are getting quite far. It doesn't really matter because as long as you see the green text on the above near the name tag, that's all that matters. You want them to be regenning at all times. And there is no bleed unit in this team, or no rupture unit, so it's perfect. And here I put 2 more upgrades into my Uma, so make sure you just stay one less than me, because of course you don't want to be killing off the enemies that quick. You want to be at least letting them live to a point where you can just keep regen farming. And this was a mistake I made. You can see that getting my Rukia to full AoE a bit early did kind of negatively impact me, because you can see the enemies just started dying. So I'd say you want to get your Rukia around like wave 24, wave 25. Because you can see now the enemies just getting cleared off, so it's a lot of extra damage I did lose out on because the enemies are just killed. And this is what I mean, it's very easy. Like, even though like the enemies do get far, you can easily just like, as a safety net, you got Rukia there for full AoE. It just saves you. It just saves you, you know what I mean? And yeah, you can see these guys are getting killed a bit too quickly. So I was kind of like panicking. I wasn't panicking, but I wasn't like happy with it. As you can see, they're dying quicker than I ideally wanted them to. So yeah, I did lose out on a lot of damage. And yeah, as you can see at this point, my irons is maxed. And this Kira boss is not going to cause you any issues. And to be honest though, all the bosses are very easy. From wave 10 to 40. Wave 50 of course is slightly difficult because it is a Lilia, whatever you call her. And she does have overshield, so she is just kind of annoying. So that's why we have Ichigo, so we can just pull her back and just basically saves the run. You can see this boss, he'll die very easily as well. No issues with him at all. Those gold summons plus the Vanguard Sandrews summons are gonna be doing more than enough to him. Bro, I hate Eevee's dash animation, bro. It's low-key just so ass, bro. But yeah, you can just tell it's a last minute thing they added because there's no animation to it. It just flipping launches your ass, bro. And you can see at this point I'm not even maxing my Uma because don't want it to be killing the enemies off, you know. And yeah, over here I do caloric my Ichigo in, making sure that he is within the item range. That's the one thing that you want to always consider, because that cost reduction that I can give him is nothing crazy, but it's nice to have, you know. Extra 5% cost reduction is nice for any unit in your team. So I get my fourth newsman placed down there just so I can get these guys slowed at all times. Ideally, it doesn't really matter because they're gonna be dying regardless. There's a lot of summons back there. Just keep doing your Uma sets as well, as Uma's the one thing that you don't want to be forgetting because she is your main damage source. And yeah, you can see at this point I do get my final two albedo down. One next to my Uma and one next to Rukia. This way they can give the affection to them, plus that just equals a bit more extra damage for those two units specifically. And yeah, Albedo's damage is pretty much negligible because I don't upgrade that at all. It doesn't really matter. And yeah, wave 30 boss is another Kiro, so it's very easy to kill. I'm pretty sure it's a Kiro. And yeah, yet again, I did my second Rukia quite early. I should have delayed it a lot more, like maybe like wave 35, wave 36. It's not really a necessity to get up very early like me. And yeah, here I get my each go up as far high as upgraded I can. So I get him maxed out and I set him to bosses, make sure his unit VFX is off, the little fire icon. And I just keep doing my Uma stats. That's one of the matters. And yeah, as you can see, getting that second rookie up didn't mean that a lot of these enemies are pretty much just dying very easily now. And it's not something really I do at all. You don't really want this to happen. And yeah, you can see this guy. We're going to be placing our final Rukia using the water interaction via Rukia's passive to slow that boss. And by slowing him, he should just be dying regardless. We got goat summons plus Vanguard Sanjavu summons, and yeah, it's enough to kill him off pretty easily. And I do upgrade my Vanguard Sanjavus at the back just to make sure they are summoning more Arise summons. And yeah, alright, at this point, seeing how the enemies are not really creeping that far, I make sure to not max my Uma in terms of all her stats because she's going to be moving 2x faster, meaning she's going to be hitting these guys a lot more, meaning a lot of them are going to be dying. And we don't want that. So yeah, we're just going to chill off a bit for now, just let enemies build up and of course let them regen. And as you can see, I set my each go to closest at this point because I wanted to be hitting less enemies just so he does not kill anyone off. And same as the trade strat, if you saw it, I'm going to be placing Vanguard Sanjavu, spawning bears, and deleting them. Vanguard Sanjavu. And we'll do this 10 times, so the other two Sanjavus get the max passive for an enemy, for an allied summon dying within their range. You're going to do it with one of them, especially the one that's not upgraded, and then you can max them. We'll get him to upgrade 10. And yeah, at this point I turned my Ichigos to bosses, but it doesn't really matter because this boss is very easy at all as well. You got a lot of summons again and it will die off so easily, you'll see what I mean. And here I did maximum Uma. I think it was a mistake because yeah, you can just see with your own eyes what's happening now. I didn't max a upgrade, but yeah, maxing actual stats might have been an issue. And I get a few upgrades into my Rukias just so they have a bit more range. And yeah, I think just trying to keep them as low an upgrade as possible is what matters the most. And yeah, this boss you can see all these summons. It physically won't be able to stand them at all. And it's gonna die very easily. And yeah, this is where things get slightly boring because it only really gets hard until I weigh 50. And I wouldn't even call this hard because compare this to the straight taste. What's English is not English in all my days. Compare this to the trade strat is so much easier. Like there's barely any issues at all. Oh my days, I low-key nearly fell asleep on my flipping chair, bro. But yeah, as you can see, nothing important happened. It's just so easy in terms of what you're doing. So yeah, when the spore starts spawning, you want to make sure you slow it as much as possible, utilizing the water interaction. And yeah, once you get near to the end of the path, you want to make sure you use Ichigo's ability, and that's pretty much it for this part of the video. You'll see what I mean. It's very easy, so I won't really speak too much. And yeah, as you can see, it's very laggy right now. Flipping 9 frames. Kinda chopped, but it's still possible. That's all that matters. And yeah, this is pretty much what I was talking about before using the the water interaction. You place your Rukia and then quickly place your Newsman just to get the slow off from the boss. And you want to be doing this just so you can keep it as far away from your own base. And there's a few times in this run where it just stopped working because my Rukia missed or my Newsman did not hit exactly at the right time. And yeah, I get this off one more time before each nuke. And just to be safe, I make sure to each nuke three stocks. And yeah, from here, there's not much I need to do. I just max out all my units in terms of like getting them as high upgraded as I can, because I do want them to get a bit more extra damage. So Uma's upgraded, we got Rukia's to that upgrade. And yeah, from here it's just chilling because we just wait until the 5th second and we just hit the nuke button. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the strat. If you enjoyed the video, yeah, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.